So how that video started was first he was like, um, I joined and I was like, well, he first asked me about Charlie Kirk, and then I said that was disgusting, and then he got into, I asked him, I wanted to talk about guns, and so I said, I started with, uh, if what when people say cigarettes kill, why aren't you against that? And it's the same. And he was like, it stunned him for a second. He was sitting there. He was like, he started talking to himself, and then he said, okay, well, I can see your point, but that's different. Something about, he said, if you smoke one cigarette, does that kill you? And he said, then he also said, cigarettes, when you smoke cigarettes, that's you're doing it to yourself. You're not smoking a cigarette to another person. And then so he was trying to like get away from it at first, and I was like, no, no. Well, the reason it doesn't matter. The point is when we say guns kill, it's because just just telling people, hey, stop going and shooting, elementary schools and that sort of thing. Don't go in and shoot up a bunch of kids. We already say that. You know what I'm saying? So just telling people, hey, stop smoking cigarettes, stop shooting up children's hospital, not hospitals, elementary schools, stuff like that. That's not doing anything. The government needs to step in and regulate. And so that just destroyed his point. And he thought for a minute, and he was like, hold on, what did he say? Oh yeah, he started talking about, well, there's already like 2 guns per household. He started doing stats and facts that these people do. They can't ever do logic, so they have to think of facts. And he started talking about, well, there's 2 guns per household, and I was like, dude, that's another thing. We're talking about if guns kill people, okay? Like we're talking about if guns kill people, and they don't. The point is that they don't. We can talk about like, okay, well, maybe you can say maybe guns do kill people, but it doesn't matter because it's like different than cigarettes where, um, there's if you ban it, then people aren't going to like, I don't know, because when you use cigarettes, they're kind of out of use. I guess you could say that they're out of use, and so you'd have to like go buy more, but there's no more at the store to buy. But with guns, I mean, you could say that same thing with ammo, but like you would tell people there's a record of guns. There's not a record with cigarettes. So I could come back and tell them, well, there's a record with cigarettes or no record with cigarettes, and like there is a record with guns. So we would tell people, we would find the people who didn't give their gun back, and then for the people, there are other people who would just turn it in. We could compensate them, and then when people commit crimes, we start confiscating them after each crime, that sort of thing. So that's how we could go on that. But we're talking about if guns kill people, and so we didn't say all that, but that's how I would tell them. That's how I would tell them that no, that wouldn't work either. But like, if guns kill people, then why aren't you up in arms about, like, we say drugs kill, we say fentanyl kills, cigarettes kill? It's the same thing. And so he was fine. That's whenever I started. I think that's when I started my video, and somewhere around there, and he was starting to get it at that point. He understood what I meant. But yeah, he needs to change. Like, I don't know, at the end of the video, I don't know what he would have even meant by by well, like, I need to change it a little bit. I mean, I was just kind of backing off because I felt like I was being really disrespectful at the beginning before I even started the video. But so I was damn near yelling. But yeah, what would you change it to? Like, the whole point is that no, dude, you need to stop being up in arms about guns don't kill people. People kill people. Because the point is, talking about it again, it's not going to do anything. Spread awareness about what? When you spread awareness, that means you start getting people mad about the issue, and then hopefully being like me and doing government change. So that doesn't mean stop talking about it, but something needs to be done. We need to actually. I don't know if that means just destroying the Second Amendment entirely, but I mean, you could just interpret it differently. There are ways to interpret it that made it sound like, no, it doesn't mean like we can own these large, assault rifles and things like that, or a gun, any gun at all. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do that actually. But anyway, yeah, there's nothing to change it to. There's nothing to change it to. It's doesn't. You're just weird for that. It's the same thing as if you got it. Nobody does it and gets up for like, no, fentanyl doesn't kill. Fentanyl kills. I'm with you there. I'm with you on cigarettes. I'm with you on all of that. People don't kill. People don't kill themselves. I mean, they do, but that's not why we have these slogans. Okay, we have them so that we can do something about it. That was my whole point. There's really nothing else you can say against that. We don't need, like, it's the same thing as when we say cigarettes kill. It's to, like you do, it's like to, like what you said, spread awareness. That's what it's for. And so when we
Of
say,
course.
and same thing when we say drugs kill, fentanyl kills, all of that, it's so that we can, hopefully the government will get up and do something about it. So when we say guns kill, what that is really just saying is we want the government to get up and do something about this and to regulate guns. That's what it is. So it's like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't like
understand the
attacking
point.
that.
It's just like we're too. You agree that we're too far gone when it comes to the amount of guns out there. Like it's just for America. There's no you can't like people like to compare like the UK and all these places, but none of them have ever had 2 guns per household on average ever. Not even 1 gun per household. Ever.
I really don't.
Like
I really don't know
it's
because what if we first off if we mandated that they return them and we compensated people
okay.
for it.
Let's do that. Let's do that. People. Okay. Let's run the scenario. So now I'm a law-abiding citizen, right? I give my gun away now, right? Cool. I don't have a gun no more. Boom. The criminal that already has guns and never or bought one off the black market or 3D printed it because that's very popular now. You can 3D print guns that are untraceable. Comes into my house now and I don't have a gun and I can't defend myself and I die because of that. That's an issue. You agree, right? I think the reason of the Second Amendment is to defend us against a tyrannical government. That's the point of the Second Amendment, and to right to bear arms. Those are the two. The Second Amendment. That's the real reason is to from a tyrannical government. That's why that is the thing. If our
But see,
government
it's
is
kind of the
tyrannical,
same.
we can overthrow it with.
I feel like that's kind of the same. I will touch on that in just a second, but I think that's the same as what you were doing earlier. That's kind of like different. Now you're saying we were just talking about if it would even be possible because there's too many guns in circulation, and now you're talking about we need them because
if
people
we were
are going to.
mandated to like give our guns away, and the law-abiding citizens don't want to break the law, don't want to get in trouble, are going to give their guns away. You agree? Like people that just don't want to
Yeah.
get in trouble or break the law will give their guns away.
Yeah,
So now
yeah.
someone that doesn't want to or buys a gun off the black market or something can come into your house and kill you without you. You have the right to defend yourself. That's what would happen a lot.
You think
Obviously, but that would happen. So that's the issue. That's my issue with like, oh, just give your guns away, no more guns. It's like
But
the
over
criminals
time-
now gonna have the guns. The people that aren't criminals can't even defend themselves anymore.
Well, think about this. Over time, when if that even happened, let's say that
Yeah.
I'm sure it would a little bit. I don't know how much it would start happening, but if that happened, well, every single time that we would catch a criminal, every single time we would confiscate that gun. And it's different than drugs because drugs are easy to produce. Drugs are extremely easy. We can produce them here. We can smuggle
Guns
them
are
in.
easy to produce too.
Not really. Not
yeah,
you
no,
can't.
yeah,
Not
no, they're
domestically.
pretty easy to
It's
produce.
it's a long. Not domestically, dude. Are you really
Well, like
thinking
by yourself,
AR-15?
with a 3D printer now, it's actually not that hard.
But these like
with the technology that we have now with 3D printing, it's actually like I've seen a YouTube video. This guy did it like very like easily. He just 3D printed the case of it, got some scrap metal, and basically forged the scrap metal into the fucking the clip, the barrel, and the trigger and stuff, and the spring. Like he got a spring and it literally works as a gun. It's not like that efficient, but he still made a gun and it's off the record too.
And I'm sure
And people are
I
literally
would,
out here doing
I would
that.
need to look that up, but I don't know.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
sound of that, it sounds like those things would jam
sounds-
a lot. It wouldn't. It's not going to be as like powerful as like an AR or anything.
Well, yeah,
And
it's still an untraceable gun, and that's where it's like what the flip because they can't really trace it. But yeah, no, I understand
Well, I
your
mean,
point, but
if-
it's
if
just different
Criminals like
because
that, it's easy. It's easy to make your gun untraceable as well. Whenever you're a criminal, I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, the issue at hand is just simple: our right to bear arms and to defend ourselves. If we start removing guns,
okay, so
there
now,
would be a big issue with that.
yeah, I'll touch on that now. About that, I don't really see that as an issue either because maybe that was true like back in 1780. You know, when there was muskets and stuff. I'm sure it would be extremely easy for the citizens to rise up on the government.
You said muskets? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's when this was written. That's
No,
what I'm saying.
I know. 17. I know. I'm just saying.
But like,
I just like didn't think about a musket.
yeah, but that's
Don't
that's
know.
what they had at the time, and so that's
I
the
know.
most powerful stuff that the government could actually do. And maybe they send a few militia guys into your house. The citizens in the town could easily rise up against that. But the thing
Yeah.
is, nowadays, that's not really what it looks like anymore. You're not. If the government wants to raid your neighborhood, they could just blow your shit up. They could just
Well,
like
if we were
send.
overthrowing the government, I think most people, civilians in the military, aren't gonna like just be like, oh, let's defend our government. if
But
they're,
see,
like,
that's
really
another point.
tyrannical.
I was going to bring that up myself. That's another thing
Yeah.
because regardless, that's even if we didn't have the guns, I doubt they're going to. Maybe you see ICE agents kind of volunteering now, but there's a clear like goal in mind. They want to protect their country. But the people now in the military, they're not going to be like, okay, yeah, execute Order 66. Let's blow up freaking, Atlanta,
New
Georgia.
York.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really see
Well,
that
I know,
happening.
yeah. Yeah, no, exactly.
So I don't-
Tyrannical
so I don't think
government it would definitely be the military helping us in that case.
Yeah, so I don't really see, and the police officers who already have guns, in every city, they wouldn't do that either. That would already be, we defend our
Yeah.
town with the police, things like that. So I don't really see it as as a necessity to, because defend against our government. I don't really see, and I don't see them turning on us anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What
Yeah,
interest would
I
the
see your
U.S.
point,
have?
but as a civilian, I like to own a gun. I'm not a criminal. I like to own a gun, to protect myself if I have to. I think you do too, probably. If maybe you don't own a gun, but I think you should have the right to protect yourself. Obviously, just like a handgun, not a fucking AR or something crazy. I do agree. We should
Yeah,
probably
exactly. Yeah,
stop
okay.
selling
I can
fucking grenade launchers and
I can
shit.
get with you on that. I can genuinely, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think that pistols are fine, but that's the thing. Like when we say guns kill people, a lot of people that do that are talking about ARs, and so I guess we need to maybe change it and tweak it a little bit to ARs kill or machine guns kill. But I don't. That's my point. I want the government to get in on this because I don't see us, conversating. It's going to conversate and enact change in the government, but
Yeah, there's definitely ways
it's
to
not going to
fix it.
stop
The
anybody.
government can help fix it, and it's just the media and education system can fix it too. Like we need to and also the fucking whatever the fuck. I don't know. I just blanked out. But there needs to be more consequences for these people that are out here just murdering people. I think we can both agree. Um, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like super violent criminals shouldn't just be let out on like in Chicago. If you kill someone, you can be out on Cassius bail the next day. Like you can literally be out on the street the next day, and they just trust them to come to the courts. Like it happens, and it's actually insane. I literally live like 20 miles from Chicago, so
Well,
it's an interesting to follow.
but so I guess back to the original one. I'm glad we touched on all of that stuff, and I'm good. I'm super glad we can come to agreement on the AR thing. I'm glad that you
Yeah.
but with the guns kill people. I mean, it's why would you not if you're going to continue to be against that and like I guess it's just a good conversation starter. It's going to get people to click on the video, but if you're going to say that in real life, why would you not? And why were you not before up in arms about whenever people say fentanyl kills or that? And I
Well, it
use that
does.
one.
My mother actually died from a fentanyl overdose, a heroin fentanyl overdose. So
That's
I'm very
crazy.
against. That's like picking and choosing what I'm talking about. Like I would definitely be against the drugs that are coming in through the border all the time, and that's actually probably what caused my mother to die. So I am very against illegal immigration because a lot of the drugs that are coming from that, like that, people are like, oh, why do you support ICE? It's inhumane. I mean, there are a lot of drugs coming. I mean, obviously, people that are innocent, they're just here illegally, but they're law-abiding citizens. It's unfortunate, but I mean, there are a lot of drugs coming through, so I see really why the deportations are happening.
Well,
But yeah,
I don't
no,
want to. I would want to talk to you about immigration maybe another day, but
yeah.
I can definitely do that. But back to the thing, why would you? Can you not get behind people that say fentanyl kills, or are you going to go on live and be like, no, guys, fentanyl doesn't kill. People kill. People themselves kill. We should start telling people to stop using drugs. That's not going to change anything. Telling people, hey, stop
Well,
smoking
yeah,
cigarettes. Stop doing
if there was
drugs.
less of the
That
supply, there wouldn't be
think
as
of
many drugs. Yeah,
Yeah, so if
I
there's
don't know.
less
We agree.
supply of guns, to your point, same thing, less supply of guns, it would do the same thing. Telling people to stop doing this is not going to change it. People that do drugs, people that want to go out with a bang and kill themselves and shoot up a freaking, elementary school, they're not going to change. We have to step in. The government
Isn't it
has to
like
do something.
60% of gun deaths are suicide or something crazy like that?
I
From
think
what
so.
I
I
know,
mean,
it's like
I think
it's like
so. It's
insane.
like
Yeah, that
self-inflicted,
is a bad epidemic.
just
You
like
know?
drugs.
You know?
So
I
that
lost one of my friends growing like one of my wrestling partners, not like direct wrestling partners, but like in a group. He suicided himself with a gun the last December. So like that's an issue that we could talk about too. I don't really know how to solve that though. I don't know.
I think
It's
I
like a
I mean, guns
yeah.
make it a lot easier for people to kill themselves. It's like easy. They don't want to jump off. I mean, jumping off a bridge and doing things like that is scary. And then also
Yeah,
taking
true. You have to
pills.
like psych yourself up to do it. With a
Yeah,
gun, you just click and
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Spreading awareness like this, it does not really like it helps people and it helps people get like me like involved in the government, but it's not going to stop those people from doing what they're doing. So we need.
yeah.
So it's the same thing when we say fentanyl kills. You're not going to be up in arms against that. So why are you up in arms against this when people say guns kill? That just doesn't translate for me.
I mean, I can see your point. I can see your point. Do-do-do. Walker, are you Dem? What the flip? No, I don't think Walker's a Democrat. Doesn't sound like it. He seems like in the middle, honestly, from what I understand.
Yeah, I'd say I wouldn't vote for Trump, but I don't know. Especially after this Charlie Kirk stuff, I'm very embarrassed by the Democrat not party, not the officials because they're against it, but the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
People in the
It is
comments,
bad.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I want to associate with that. So
Yeah.
maybe not. But definitely not Republican. Not right now, at
Yeah.
least.
I mean, we need someone that can run that's honestly neither. I mean, has good on both. There's good on both sides. I think that someone really needs to come up and just be like, take both instead of just like advocate for a group just to get votes. It's like we need to, what's right and wrong is what needs to be implemented. The best decisions for America, not Israel.
Exactly, bro. See, I'm with you there too. I'm glad we can agree on those sort of things.
Yeah, 98% of our Congress is funded by Israel. It's insane. The only president ever. I mean, I don't know if you know much of the history. That can has a foreign government that has no restrictions on lobbying to our frickin' politicians is Israel, and the one president that tried to stop it was JFK a month before he was executed.
I saw
with the
that.
FAR Act.
I saw that on Instagram, dude.
Like,
People.
That's not suspicious at all. Like, what's happening?
That is actually crazy. But
Yeah.
so I've kind of made all my points, and I'm glad you can see, But I'm sure you're gonna keep
Maybe
that
I
up
can
there.
word it differently. Yeah, I do agree.
But I can see you wanting to keep it up there for like clicks. But
Yeah.
just especially like when you're in debate and if you go out in public, if you say that, keep in mind that, I mean, it's the same logic as if somebody had come up and said like fentanyl doesn't kill. Like we need to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's the same.
Yeah.
So I would just be careful with that, But
Yeah.
I can get leaving it, for clicks. But anyway, I made my points, and I'm glad we could discuss and we had a good, middle point. So
Yeah, of course, man.
But I'll probably come up maybe later. I might talk to you about immigration, maybe trans stuff if you want to talk about that. But
Of course, I'm gonna be live all day probably. So I mean, just do whatever you gotta do for the day, and if you want to pop back in, you can, brother.
all right, well, I'll see you.
God bless you, man. Peace out.
You too.
All right, let's get.